What's up everyone, it's Caddy with Money Vesting. So in this video, we are going to be talking about NIO, Tesla, and Palantir. So I will be doing a complete update on these three companies. So as we've been doing the technical analysis videos on these three stocks on a daily basis, you guys seem to love this daily market update. And we'll also talk about Sofi. So I'll add Sofi in the mix. I did a video on them yesterday going over their upcoming earnings next week on Monday. So we'll talk a little bit about them as well. As always, if you enjoyed this video, find it helpful, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, the link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below. So there is a 16% annual discount if you want to take advantage of that. And of course, the options course also available if you want to sign up, coupon code LAUNCH with a 50% discount. And that's also available with the link down below. And both of these will basically go away after the end of this month. So if you want to take advantage of that until July 31st, they are going to be available, and starting next week, they are unfortunately going to be gone. So links going to be down below if you're interested in joining. So first things first, let's talk a little bit about NIO, because NIO here obviously rallying quite a bit on the day, so pushing up a little bit over 11%. This week alone, NIO is up over a massive 39, almost 40%. One of its biggest weeks in a very, very, very long time, I should say. If you have to go back to like 2020 to figure out when NIO was up over 40% in one single week. And a lot of it had to do with some, obviously Chinese regulators pulling back on all the regulations. They're also boosting and being more proactive with clean and green energy. And of course, not to mention NIO on its own business front is doing more expansion with international sales. And of course, launching on Tuesday, August 8th, NIO Netherlands will be open the doors for the first NIO hub in the Netherlands as well. This came out literally today, also adding to the upwards momentum for NIO as well. Now, I would highly recommend you also check out Aaron at NIO Trending, one of my closest friends. He does an incredible job kind of analyzing NIO. The whole channel, whole purpose of that channel is to figure out how successful potentially NIO can be in the future. So he does some very, very deep analysis, deep insights into, of course, NIO, and then, of course, William Li, and a lot of other sort of aspects of China and internationally, and how NIO is doing in that sense. So that being said, we are seeing a very big technical breakout here. We talked about it in one of our previous videos, where we are starting to see that falling wedge breakout to the upside, and NIO obviously has rallied quite a bit since the beginning of June. It is now up 107%. This right here is the gap that we talked about. If we can get a breakout past 1375, so this right here was the level that we were precisely talking about in our yesterday's video. And if we can get that breakout, then NIO can potentially fill this gap in the green rectangle, is specifically what I talked about in our yesterday's video. And you can see that we are slowly and steadily making our way up higher. And I could see NIO getting up to as much as $17 per share. That's going to be in line with this lower high over here. So that's going to be that descending sort of resistance, that lower high that we need to watch for NIO. And then obviously we have gotten rejected at that level previously, not once, not two, but three times. You can see that this is the overall trend for the company. So if you come back again, once, twice, three times, and that's exactly where we will end up if NIO goes to as high as $17 per share. Now, that being said, I still want to point out that the RSI and the MACD from a technical perspective are certainly overbought. So we are seeing on a weekly basis, RSI get up to 68. The MACD has also been pushing higher. And of course, on the daily chart, we are very, very overblown with the RSI at over 82, and the MACD also incredibly overextended to the upside. So we got to be careful here, as I mentioned in my yesterday's video as well, because we are incredibly overbought. Yes, there's a lot of momentum. Yes, there's been a lot of volume driving this move higher as well, but it is not sustainable. Like nothing is in the market. No move higher or lower is sustainable or something that can last forever, because at some point, there is going to be a resistance. At some point, there is going to be a bit of a pullback, and that's exactly what we have to be aware of. Now, there was also a upgrade today, so providing an additional catalyst for the stock's rise. Tim Sao, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, an analyst from Morgan Stanley, is taking a more bullish approach on NIO. He also raised his price target on NIO to $18.70 from $12, which represents about a 41% upside. And he basically mentioned, and I quote, "The lackluster first half of 2023 is now behind us, and we are now starting to see an inflection point of meaningful operational improvement and potential re-rating opportunities backed by volume upturn, policy tailwinds, autonomous driving, and technology monetization as well." So there are a lot of catalysts that are working in favor of NIO right now. We've seen from macroeconomic standpoint, from a geopolitical standpoint, from an international standpoint, expansion standpoint, and of course, not to mention from a short squeeze and a technical standpoint as well. So 17 bucks is going to be that near-term target. That's really what I'm, paying attention to. And support level, we're going to go ahead and turn this level into a new support at 13.75 for NEO moving forward. Now we're going to come over to Palantir. This is brand new news. This is literally just came out 8 hours ago. Palantir pushing up over 10%, and a lot of it had to do with Dan Ives. Dan Ives coming on board with Palantir. So he's saying, and I quote, 16 hours ago, we're initiating coverage on Palantir. So that's not only initiating a coverage, meaning that they never covered the stock before. They are now starting to cover Palantir for the first time with an outperform rating and a price target of $25 per share. In a nutshell, we believe Palantir has built an AI fortress that is unmatched and poised to be a major player in this AI revolution over the next decade, and Palantir poised to be a key AI player. And speaking of player, he specifically pissed me off by talking about how Palantir is going to be the Messi of AI on the golden track to success. For those of you who don't know, Lionel Messi is arguably one of the greatest soccer players, or I should say football players, because again, football is anywhere outside of North America, in the world. Next to, of course, the greatest of all time, which is Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, I obviously don't want to start this debate. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of disagreements down in the comment section below. But Lionel Messi recently joined Inter Miami. He is now in Miami. He moved from PSG. He won the World Cup last year. I was in Qatar watching. I didn't get a chance to watch Argentina or Messi play, but nonetheless, he is one of the greatest, football players in the world to have ever lived, next to, like I said, the greatest of all time, which is Ronaldo. But that's what he's talking about, Dan Ives, when he's talking about the Messi of AI, which is Palantir, a very, very integral part to the overall AI revolution. And he says that we are initiating coverage on Palantir with an outperform rating and a $25 price target. And then he also mentioned that the secret sauce of Palantir, focusing on human-driven analysis by leveraging artificial intelligence. Palantir builds intelligent platforms for data management and security that enables users to address intricate questions without the need for statistical or computational expertise. So again, data science is really what their main sort of secret sauce is. They want to take a lot of data, condense it to make it make sense for companies so that they can save money and also generate more revenue. So that's really the bottom line. And of course, we're seeing a pretty significant move to the upside with a huge breakout past $17. And $29 is going to be my resistance and my target from a technical standpoint. But of course, Daniel Ives puts us roughly around $25 per share. So it's going to be in and around somewhere around here. These levels is where Daniel Ives' target is going to be over the next 1 year at close to $25 to $26. And of course, my resistance and target is going to be 29, close to $30. Now, again, my fair value is a little bit sub 10, and I doubt we're going to see that level for Palantir anytime soon. That's going to be those moving averages, but I still have a reasonable position, so I don't want to overexpose myself with Palantir. Would I wish that I had a bigger position? Sure. But again, I can't force my trades. I can't be paying more than what my true value really is for that company. So I'm comfortable with the position that I have right now. And again, we're seeing a pretty significant breakout on heavy volume. So that next target and resistance, well, first of all, we need to break outside of this previous resistance, which is at $19. So $19 is going to be that resistance. And of course, if you do get that breakout past this level, $25, $26 are going to be that next target levels to watch for Palantir. Now going over to Sofi. Sofi we talked about in a separate video. So they are going to be reporting earnings next week on Monday. And resistance right now, of course, is going to stay put at roughly around here at close to $10. Student loans are resuming here very soon, which is going to create some more activity when it comes to refinancing all these loans for Sofi as well. So that again is going to be a huge catalyst to drive prices even higher, and fundamentals are potentially going to improve. But like I said, it all depends on operational execution. If the company can achieve profitability, I would be all over it because it's a phenomenal growth company and growth story. But again, taking baby steps. I do have a small position, starter position, getting a little skin in the game, sub $10. And of course, if they do achieve profitability very anytime soon with positive free cash flows, I will be looking to dollar cost average and buy a lot more shares than I do currently have. Now, we already went over the earnings expectations. Again, negative 6 cents per share with revenues at just over 473 million. Lots of consolidation right now, and like I said, resistance is going to stay put at $10. If you do get a breakout above this level, then there's another potential for 30 to 40% rally, getting up to $13.75 to as much as almost $14 per share for Sofi as well. And then finally, going over to Tesla, very strong day, up over 4.2%, rallying back up to over 266. But for the most part, we have really been seeing a lot of consolidation for Tesla. So resistance is going to stay put at 275. So this right here is going to be that level to watch. With this support level staying put roughly in the 240s for Tesla, and we're seeing a lot of consolidation for this company right now, of course, because of the earnings, the margin compression, the stock sold off, then really just seeing a lot of sideways trading here for Tesla. So I still have pretty sizable position, and of course some covered calls that do expire here in the next few months. Some of them are in the money, some of them are out of the money, so we'll continue to monitor how Tesla trades. And of course I'm looking to reallocate some of that capital over to other parts of the market, including Enphase, ASML, maybe small caps, and a little bit more value-oriented sectors of the market as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and a complete update on these 4 companies, starting with NIO, then Palantir, then Sofi, and then finally Tesla. Make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're just joining us for the first time. Link to our Discord, Patreon is going to be down below. Don't forget that 16% annual discount does expire at the end of this month if you want to take advantage of that. So 2 more days left for that discount, and the options course is also 50% off, coupon code LAUNCH if you want to take advantage of that as well. Happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.